And here we have the basic exponential function, which is this green line here. Okay, we will notice it will go through the point 0, 1. That's because if you do a to the 0, that is actually equal to 1. Anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So in its basic form, it's k, some number, times a to the x. Now the x is in the power, the variable's in the power, plus some constant. Normally we consider that when a is positive. Okay, so the function will look something like that. So it's sort of used to represent what's known as exponential growth, and we'll look at some examples later in some later videos. Now, if you change the value of a, slowly, this will get steeper like that, and it will become very, very steep. Okay, if you move it down to here, where a is equal to 1, then you're going to have 1 to the power of x, which is always going to be 1, so you have a straight line. If you make it negative, if you make it a between 0 and 1, then it will go the other way round. Okay, so we've got there 1 times 0.65 to the x, so k is 1, and a is 0.65 to the x. Okay, let's just put this back, something like that. Okay, if we have a c, what happens is that it will move upwards or down according to c, and the asymptote, there'll be a horizontal asymptote, will be the same value as c. Okay, so this value here will give me the asymptote. Okay, now we've got a number k in front. Moving that just makes it a little bit steeper, and we'll move the point as well. Okay, that way and that way as well. We can move it negative, so it's negative as well. Okay, so you should play around with that. Let's put that back at 1 and then put that back down. So if you move it down, of course, then the asymptote becomes negative and the whole thing just moves down. Okay, so you just need to know the general shape, what to expect when you've got an exponential function. Let's put that back at 0. If we unclick that one and now look at the case where we've got g of x is equal to ka to the minus x plus c, where a is greater than 0, well, between a being bigger than 1, okay, it's going to slope this way round. Okay, you can see that and getting steeper like that. If it's between at 1, it will be a straight line, and then between 0 and 1 it will slope round like the other one was. Okay, so it'll just be the reverse process like that. Okay, and then the same with c. C moves the asymptote up and down, exactly the same as before. When c is equal to 0, it will go through the point 0, 1. Okay, k will move it like that. Okay, if you make it negative, it will go like that, but there will still be an asymptote. Okay, so these are the various different types of the exponential function. So this has just been a video to show you different types of exponential function. This GeoGebra applet I will put into the notes of this of the video. Alright, and then you can look at it yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've understood.